feel for them. But one thing which we have in common, all of us, the writers, our director of cinemas, particularly and actors too, we enjoy death also. We enjoy sorrows too. And we enjoy those emotions, of deep emotions of human being, and we go into it, we celebrate it, we look at them, and we feel, whether it's a joy or sorrow, we do celebrate. When you say cinema, you saw just now a documentary, that we celebrate every kind of emotion with equal passion, with equal love, with equal justice to it over there. And we will talk today why humor in cinema has been always popular and undying emotions and undying factor in the film. हमारे यहाँ कहा करते थे सर, मैं आपको बात बताना चाहता हूँ कि मुझे पहला जो पाठ पढ़ाया गया था, जो मेरी मूवी से पहले जो मेरे गुरु थे वहाँ पर, उन्होंने मुझसे कहा कि देखो, अच्छी फिल्म बनानी है, हिट फिल्म बनानी है। मैंने कहा जी अच्छी फिल्म नहीं, हिट बनानी है, because I want to survive। अच्छी बनानी है तो सच्ची फिल्म बनानी पड़ेगी, हिट बनानी है तो ट्रेजेडी को कॉमेडी में बताओ, नरेट योर ट्रेजेडी इनटू कॉमेडी, और ये फिल्म हिट हो जाएगी, because people will celebrate your film, and that is the secret I got it, and that's why you see all my drama emotions have been narrated in a very humorous manner in its own way, whether they are villains or they are comedians or they are characters over there. And that is how I enjoyed making my movies in my life. And now I would like to know his thought, his experience about humor in cinema. Mr. Anand, please.
First and foremost, thank you so much for calling me here. It's a privilege. ये मौके मुझे बहुत कम मिलते हैं, especially with Subhash ji there, concert, and with you all. It's a learning experience. Trust me, ये जो 15-20 मिनट में यहाँ बैठा था, I enjoyed every minute of it. With music or this cinema thing, it's normally हम लोग इतना काम में busy हो जाते हैं कि हमारा जो so-called जिनको हम structure कर लेते हैं, it's a rom-com zone, you know. So people were expecting कि अब ये यहाँ तक पहुँचा है तो अब ये अगली फिल्म भी उसी rom-com zone में की. What is basically a vacuum क्या होता है? It's dealing with tragedy. And let me see जो छोटा सा डायरेक्टर पैदा हुआ है अंदर जो कूद रहा है, तो मैं अभी बोला कि उसको एंजॉय करना, उसको सेलिब्रेट करना, you know. So then I decided to go for Ranchna, and वही मैं देखना चाहता था कि मैं कितना हंसते हुए उस कहानी को वहाँ तक लेके जा सकता हूँ जहाँ मेरी ऑडियंस इसको एंजॉय कर सके, सेलिब्रेट that tragedy, to celebrate that death. तो सर को बहुत पहले ये चीज़ उनको गुरु दक्षिणा में मिल गई, हम इनका काम देख देख के सीखे और गलतियां कर कर के सीखे. So that's something which again I got it today from him is it's a celebration of everything when you come to cinema, whether it is happiness, sorrow, pain. तो ये चीज़ जो हम लोगों को इंस्पायर करती रहती है और मूव करती रहती है लाइफ में. और
एक्चुअली जब मैंने ये सीन देखा आपका रांचना का, I was so much moved, and I think this is one of the best scenes in the history of Indian cinema, I would say. I told my assistant that time when I was watching, ये जो हीरो है वो मरते मरते भी बहुत ही मजाकिया तरीके से बात कर रहा है और बोलता जा रहा है. It was a very unique scene, and that created a different level to the whole storytelling over there. And because he was celebrated and performed one of your brilliant scene, so please just the clipping one from his film, where Malika Murthy, and she says, narrates your scene. Can you see her?
And trust me, जो डिस्कस कर रहे हैं ह्यूमर और कॉमेडी, मैं बहुत नर्वस होता हूँ इन तरह के सीन में, मुझे नहीं समझ में आता कि कौन सा रास्ता पकड़ूंगा और कहाँ पहुँचूंगा. सो दिस वाज वन ऑफ द टफेस्ट सीन्स which मैंने पूरी फिल्म खत्म करने के बाद I finished entire film, I edited entire film, and then I went for this scene and I shot this scene for a reason that मुझे ये समझना था कि मेरा एक्टर कितनी बारीकी से इस ह्यूमर को जो कि इंटरनल है, बहुत सारी चीजें, इनका तो पेन ही है ना, तो मैं अपनी ऑडियंस को कैसे हंसाऊंगा इनकी तकलीफ में. सो मैंने पूरी फिल्म खत्म करने का इंतजार किया, वहां तक पहुंचा, दी एंड तक पहुंचा, और फिर रिवर्स गियर डाला और पहले सीन पे आया. सो वेरी वेल पिक्ड सीन इन फिल्म. सो वेदर इट्स अ कैरेक्टर और द प्लॉट or the emotion, if I am not enjoying, then it's not me, it's not my film. So very first rule is that you should enjoy every character, every moment. अगर वो आपके साथ हो जाए, फिर आप छलांग मार दीजिए, then you make it. So मैं अब ये इतनी सारी बातें मैं इनके सामने कर रहा हूँ, मुझे थोड़ा सा ऑड लग रहा है because
we are discussing with students and it's wonderful to know you. And now, Boman, I would like to show one clipping. This is my favorite. So, can I see that? Boman, he's one of the finest actors. Why he's one of the finest actors? Because you see the scene. He has not acted in the film. The scene. He has always reacted in the film. He has been always reacting to Munnabai. And you can see whether he's speaking or not speaking, but the way he reacts, the whole scene has a different level altogether. Great, great woman. You salute.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now you can give us some tips how to create humor out of tragedy you go through.
Firstly, it's a great, great honor to be here once again. I really want to thank you, Subhash. Thank you so much, and to the students for the warm welcome. I can't tell you how wonderful it is. I mean, this is better than anything a critic has ever written for me. Just want to say that Subhash is looking very young, and he made it very clear. And he very cleverly made it very clear by announcing me as a grandfather, so that he remains the youngest on the stage. But just to say, I completely agree with what you are saying. You see, I think most of the characters we see today that you laugh with or act, there are two times that you laugh. Either you laugh at a character or laugh with the character. And it's better to laugh with a character than at a character. But you're always laughing at his misfortune. His tragedy, that he lost his job, or he's lost his girlfriend, or he's hurt him, or he's broken his leg, or he's fully in plaster, or he slips and falls. Invariably, we are laughing at people's misfortune. Now that is the nature of the beast, of entertainment, of life. But to look at it in a different way, I can't say I'm lucky, but it's the worst thing to say I'm lucky. But in my home, my father died before I was born. So my father died in 59 May, I was born in 59 December. So the atmosphere in my house was a very sober atmosphere. It was not a happy growing up first 2 years. But the strange thing happened that whenever there is a, please don't feel sad, everything is okay now. Right? Everybody is bichara, kaisa hoga, my God. No, I'm happy, man. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm a grandfather now, don't worry. But there are always people, and invariably they are good people, because these good people want to help. You can help financially for a family. You can come and give support, hold somebody's hand. When they are crying, you'll come and say, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. But I saw the people that we looked most forward to in our home at that point of time were people who came and made us laugh. And those people would take it upon themselves to make sure that they diffuse any tension in any situation. You'll always see that the guy who wants to make you laugh when everything is okay, he just wants to be noticed. But the guy who comes and can actually make you laugh when there is tension, he's trying very hard to ease your pain. And I think That is the greatest gift of comedy. And I feel it is up to us to, for starters, you've got to try to be a good human being if you want to be truly a funny person. And you don't have to be funny, you just have to make people happy. There's I think, great distinction between saying, let's not get into the deep tragedy of it all. But this was one girl who had seen the worst of life. Alright? Now, we are at that boy's funeral. And people are standing in line and people want to show you how much they care for you, and they come and they hug you and they go on and on and on. And this girl is tired. So finally I just went and held her hand and she said, "Boman, hug me fast." So I hugged her. She says, "Well, what happened?" She said, "I want to tell you in your ear, I want to whisper something." I said, "What?" She's saying, "That auntie over there, that auntie, okay, she's come and met me about 18 times, she's hugged me, and she's smelling very badly." Now the point I'm trying to make over here is, there is no more tragic situation than this. And she is smiling and telling me, "Keep her away from me, please, that's the best thing you can do." Now, that's comedy for you in the most tragic situation. And it's a real piece of comedy, in the sense that that girl was willing to laugh and say, "Boman, bachao mujhe." Because I think it's the sweetest example in many ways to say, I know there's tragedy, but there is also humor that diffuses a lot of things. And I think we can use that, and we use that even in cinema. In the greatest of tragedies, there's, I don't know if you've read of Bertolt Brecht, who would, before the climax, there would be a big scene that would be a serious scene, and then finally a climax which would be really the tragedy of the film. But in between, a disconnected scene of comedy. And I think we've used that structure in Hindi cinema for many years. I mean, Mahmood Saab used to come and, in very serious films, come and used to just make people laugh, because too much of a good thing or too much of a bad thing is good for nothing. That's my little tipney for the moment.
So, please.
एक बार वो स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ लेते मुझे लगता है we are on the same page. We understand. जितना मुझे वो कैरेक्टर समझ में आ रहा है, उनको भी उतना ही आ रहा है. I really rely on my actors. I enjoy unka interpretation. I really enjoy watching it. And then spend a little time with where I have to take this character from this point. Any of the scenes, like ye wala scene, as I said, I was a little stressed catching on to where to begin with. And then I sat with Kanna and decided that let's not do it in the beginning. And she said, "Yeah, fine. I really understand from where you're coming. Let's see where we reach." So it's a very give and take thing in terms of it's not a master and a actor. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. It's मुझे नहीं लगता कि एक डायरेक्टर एक कहानी लेके, like I always feel thankful to my actors. Like what we were watching Boman sir doing here was मतलब आप Boman sir छीन लीजिए और ये scene देख लीजिए, तो what will happen to you? You can really understand. So एक willing actor is the only need I have. कि क्या आप मेरी कहानी के साथ हैं? बस इस पे अगर somebody says yes, then I'm your slave. So it's that kind of relationship between me and